That's a very important thing I'm gonna do tomorrow. But that's depression for you. The tiny boss wanted to say hi. I did sell some of my stuff. Object permanence is not my strong suit. I'm lying to myself. Oh, hi. Welcome to Sonia Studios. I am Jo, and this week we're doing some event prep where it's been months. It's been months since I've done a market. Monday check-in. It is April 14th. I don't know what to expect with my week. As I keep thinking about it, I don't have as much time to event prep as I originally thought. I have a zine fest this weekend, which I've never done before. I obviously do like fiber arts stuff, like 2D art is not my focus. That being said, I do make zines. I try to do them quarterly, but at least a couple times a year. I make zines for Patreon folks. The physical perks that I mail out sometimes ends up being a zine. And it's like fashion sketches about projects I want to do, projects I've done, general fun ideas I want to get down. I have this Beetlejuice one that I think I'm going to print out copies of because I have like volumes 1 through 6, say. Although if anybody has volume 2, I can't, it's nowhere on my computer. I don't have that file anymore. I don't know what happened. I sent it out January of 2023, I believe. So if you have that, I would love like a scan of it. I'm gonna see if I have a printed out copy hidden somewhere, and I can picture some of the projects that were in it, like the sketches I did, but I spent so much time scouring my computer trying to find it over the weekend. I guess technically that was the one work thing I did this weekend because I was actively trying to just chill. I had friends visiting and we had the best time. We basically just did an escape room in a box called Exit the Game. I've done a bunch of them. They're great. And then ate a bunch of food and got to catch up with people that I love that I don't see nearly often enough. But yeah, tried to like shut work brain off, which is not my strong suit, but we did it. So yes, I would like to have zines for the Zine Fest. That's like kind of a prerequisite of getting signed up, like getting accepted into the market, was that you're gonna have zines. And I want at least 2. I think I'm gonna do this one, which is from October of last year. And then I also have one I did in like January that was all flannel based projects. Some I've already done videos on, and there's one left that I do want to make, but haven't yet. And I think those will be fun ones. I have an 8-foot space. What I thought that could mean is 6-foot table garment rack. That's not an option. They aren't letting you bring your own tables at all. You get an 8-foot table. I've never done that before. I did order an 8-foot tablecloth. It's a 2-pack because that was the only option. Worst case scenario, because I have a 6-foot table and that's what I use 99% of the time, but I also don't have any cuts of fabric that are 8 feet long and I don't know what else to do. So I got some like cheap spandex tablecloths to put over, and then I can add fabric on top as like a little tablecloth. Yeah, that's supposed to get here later today. I also had to order more keychains for my keychain bags because I'm almost out. I forgot I needed those, and I'm about to make keychain bags, so glad last week me was thinking. Gave myself enough time for once. The other thing I ordered is a tablet stand, because I did get a cheap tablet to use as like a checkout, but I don't like just pointing it at people with my hands. Like, it's fine, but it's a little awkward. I used to use my phone, and that was even more awkward. So I think having my tablet on like a pivot stand, actually I think it spins, so I can just like swing it around for them to see. We'll see. I've been really frustrated with the tablet because it is so slow. I literally have one program on it, one app. I have the Square app. I don't run anything else on it, and it is still so slow, and I don't understand why. It's very frustrating. Anyways, that should all be getting here today. I have nice new printer paper that's like extra bright white and like just a smoother feel than the regular copy paper I was using. So the zines are gonna get printed out on that. I think I'm gonna do like 10 each, because here's the thing. I don't usually make that many sales per market. Like, if I hit 10 sales, that's like above average. Usually the smallest amount someone is buying is like a $20 purchase because they're getting 2 mini bags, which I sell 12 each or 2 for 20. And generally, at least a couple of those purchases will involve a bigger ticket item. So like that's why I'm usually like, okay, Mark, I'm not. I'm lying to myself because I had a really hard time with markets last year and it kept getting worse. And I'm really worried about this year. Like, so nervous. And I get it. Like, I am also not purchasing much. Though the money I am spending, I am trying to put into local small businesses where there's a lot of boycotts going on and there's a lot of like no buy efforts, but that doesn't include small business friends. Please keep supporting them. There are so many that have already closed shop just in the past couple months, and it's nerve-wracking. I have such an exceptional support network that like I'm not expecting to make 20 sales this weekend because that almost never happens unless it's like a multi-day event, right? I don't know how many times I've hit 20 sales in a day. I nothing off the top of my head is coming to mind. So I think 10 of each Beetlejuice zine and the flannel zine will be plenty. And then the other thing I want to make, I have really nice cardstock that you can even color on with like alcohol markers, any kind of coloring thing, but my sister specifically tested alcohol markers and it blended beautifully. But I have these like cryptid coloring book pages that I gave out for Free Comic Book Day last year, and I had a bunch left over because it was dead. So I was just putting them in people's bags as they bought things at future markets that had happened. So I want to bring the coloring pages back, so I'm gonna get that cardstock going. Oh, the Bean Boy awakens. The tiny boss wanted to say hi, keep me on track. The cutest bean. Are you wrestling me? Are you? The audacity. Oh, do you need ear rubbies? His tongue. This little idiot, I love him so much. You're the best. Oh, that dog's the best. You're ancient, but you're the best. So, zines and coloring book, that's first order of business. It's about 9. Yeah, it's 9:05 right now. I've been trying to film this for like an hour now, but I'm not gonna be hard on myself. It's fine. We're working. Once I get that stuff printed, I might wait till like I'm hanging out watching TV with my partner tonight while we're having dinner to like fold everything, because that's a good like sitting and watching TV type project. But I do want to make sure everything's printed and looking nice and I don't have to go out and get anything in the midst of it because I don't want to leave any last minute printing. My printer is a real bitch sometimes and I don't have it in me to deal with that stress last minute. So I will try to print stuff this morning, see how it goes. If there's hiccups, we try again later. Next order of business, I have 2 different kinds of mini bags I want to work on this week. My ideal goal is to get this batch of dumpling pouches. There's probably like 25 here, and this batch of keychain bags where there's a little less than 20 done, finished, ready for the market this weekend. That would be ideal. I would love that very much. So I cut out the outer fabrics, but I still gotta cut linings, I still gotta cut interfacing, I still gotta iron everything. I haven't picked out zippers for anything yet. We're barely into these, but these are my goal once the zines are printed. I did also cut out stuff for some wristlets, which I'm bringing back because I haven't made these in ages, but I'm not going to focus on those. If I have time, great, cool, we'll work on. But again, this is a zine fest we're doing this weekend, and I'm anticipating the crowd to be younger and like DIY punk shit, right? So I'm not anticipating people with like a ton of disposable income to be the crowd attending this. It's probably mostly going to be to like walk around and check stuff out. An artist I really like is right across from me. I assume they're going to be a big draw. It's Coyotes now. I actually have prints that I got from a local shop where there's a jackalope. It's very good. And then a little raccoon. I didn't realize that's who this was because there's no signature on it, but I just recognize the art style because I assume it's lino blocks. It looks like a lino block relief cut. Yeah, they're going to be there this weekend and I'm very excited. Like I am hoping to purchase some art from them if I'm able to. But yeah, so I think it's the smart move to focus on the less pricey items. I have a ton of sling bags. I did a huge batch earlier this year. I still have some of my crossbodies. I did make 3 new cat ones that I was saving for the cat cafe. I'm gonna bring them with me just in case. And then I have some oversized totes that I also have like barely even introduced into my inventory. So the other thing I need to figure out is I'm not planning to make any new garments this week, but I have some new garments that I did make earlier this year that I would like to display. But yeah, I think I'll only be able to hang like 1 or 2 garments maybe off of my grid cubes because I won't have any kind of rack otherwise. I suppose I could try to hang stuff off of my like backdrop stand, and I should probably do my backdrop stand. Oh, that's right. I can't. I wasn't picturing it being set up because we have an hour to set our shit up. That is stressing me out because it takes me more than an hour to set up. Pray for me. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll find a way. I think I need to make sure I have everything mapped out ahead of time so I'm not redoing any pieces. So let's focus. I have all day today to work in here. Same with tomorrow. I get like the second half of Wednesday in here and then Friday. But I think Thursday is going to be a wash because I have a meeting. I have to make a massive batch of chili for a cook-off I'm participating in. I won't physically be there because it's also happening on Saturday, but I need my chili to be present for Saturday. So I'll need to make that. And then I have another meeting Thursday night, but that will also turn into me playing trivia that someone else is hosting. So I'm looking forward to that. That'll be my like decompression for the night. And then Wednesday is always my errand day. I always think I'm just gonna need an hour to get stuff done, and then at least my entire morning is eaten up by doing groceries and stuff like that on Wednesday mornings. So trying to account for that into my week. And also I can't work every waking minute. I'm not trying to pull 16-hour shifts in here. I'm trying to set a reasonable goal. I'm just hoping I have time to get all of these done. I should prioritize the dumpling pouches because I have less of those and those are my biggest seller, but they're more time consuming than the keychain bags to make. So part of me also finds appeal in making keychain bags first. The like notching and pinning of the zippers to put in the dumpling pouches is also something I can do while I'm like sitting watching a movie, whatever. And that's honestly like the most time consuming part is that stage of the prep. So we'll see how far I get. I feel good about my game plan for the week. I am going to take a quick walk around with Bert just to get some energy out for both of us. And then we will begin. It's about 9:30, 9:18. We've got this. I will check in either later today or do like a little recap tomorrow with how far I get with everything. Wish me luck. Oh, also I'll need to like edit this whole video this week because this goes up Friday. This is what happens. This is how the overwhelm begins. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna get through it. It's gonna be great. Thanks for being along for the ride. Okay, so linings have been picked for all of the keychain bags and all of my dumpling pouches. Next is either picking out zippers or cutting interfacing. I'm not sure which, but I have really fun scraps now that I can use to piece together the card wallets that I like to do. That's where like the little strips of stuff go. So I'm excited to do that, but that's definitely not happening this week. So I'm just gonna set all that aside. Got all my stuff printed and I've been listening to Fourth Wing. I'm like a third of the way through the book and I'm enjoying it a lot actually. So yeah, that is my midday check-in. I don't know what time it is. It is 11:30. Yeah, so midday check-in. We're in good shape. I was hoping to get everything printed and get the linings situated by noon. So perfect. I think I'm going to cut interfacings because that's boring and I want to get it over with. So I need SF101 and fusible fleece, which is also here. I have black of both that I might use for some of the darker colors, but on to the next. Okay, hi, good morning. It's Tuesday. I have fluff on me. It's like 7:30. I just went out with Bert. He ate his breakfast. I'm gonna grab a protein shake on my way back onto the couch. I'm not feeling spectacular today. Not too bad. I definitely like pushed it yesterday and my shoulder, that it hurts every day, but it was acting up a little bit towards the end. So I switched sides to get done what I was working on and then tapped out for the night. But I'm also still waiting for my root canal. I've had to wait over a month and I still have 8 days. I go next Wednesday. I just want to get it over with. It's supposed to be like a 2-hour procedure. I've gotten a root canal before. It's going to be fine. But I'm anxious about it and also just like, let's get this show on the road because I'm not getting it for no reason, you know? But this is what I got done yesterday. Is all of the keychain bags. They're all even pressed because they're a little fluffy when you flip them out. And I added the key rings. I thought I was completely out, but I had enough to get this batch done. And I really like all the patterns. So I'm gonna pack these away in my storage bins. So it'll be all ready for this weekend. This very judgmental little squirrel. And these are little capybaras. Capybaras. The possums are so good. My friend that was visiting this weekend showed up with, you know, that like 3 wolves howling at the moon shirt type of design. It was 3 possums screaming. And I was giggling as soon as she walked in because I haven't seen her since I got my possum tattoo. So I was like, hold on 1 second. Let me show you my screaming possum. Listen, there's a reason we're friends. And then my very last of this fabric, this little shroomy. Let's pack these away. So these are sorted. Let's go over my plan for today. Are you so small? Are you the littlest guy? Yeah. What a cutie man. I love you, Bean Boy. All right. I'll come hang out in a minute, all right? That's my whole plan for the day. Okay. Honestly, I'm really surprised I got all of those done. I think there were 18 and I put in probably 9 or 10 hours yesterday, and I try not to do that, but like I was in the pocket, I was in that sweet spot. It was very satisfying getting that whole batch finished, and now I don't have to think about it anymore. I'm already less stressed about this coming weekend, though I am starting to feel overwhelmed about the future events that I'm doing in May. Because I'm getting a root canal next week, I'm probably going to be out of commission a bit. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm just stressing myself out for no reason. It's like I don't have a specific thing to be hyper stressed about. There's lots of things to be stressed about, don't get me wrong. But it's like my brain is finding something to settle on because it can't just be calm. But that's depression for you. We are finally getting into better weather. At least yesterday and today has been like in the 60s and sunny, but not oppressively humid or anything like that yet. I digress. this is my pile of dumplings. I did pick out all of the zippers. I have the interfacing done. Cutting that out actually went faster than I thought it was going to. And yeah, that's all ironed on to all the pieces. So I also need to edit this. So the thought I was having is I can kind of edit as I go, which I usually film everything and then do like really big editing sessions where that's like a whole day or two. So got my coffee, got my dumplings, I'll grab my laptop, and my plan is to just hang out with Bert on the couch for the day. I didn't get a lot of dedicated snuggle time with Bert this weekend. Like, he was hanging out, but he really just wants to be on my lap or on my tummy. Like, at night he won't settle until he's like curled up on my belly. And same thing on the couch. He'll nap for a little bit in his heated cat bed my partner got him during the day, but if I'm on the couch, he needs to be on me. He will not stay in his bed. I want to give him some tummy time. So we're gonna hang out, especially because I'm gonna have a market this weekend. Like, I won't be around much, and I have meetings and stuff all day Thursday. I want to squeeze in as much Bert time as I can because he's a little old guy, you know. I will check in with how much I get done, and I'll see you either tonight or tomorrow. Okay, good morning. It's Wednesday. It's like 7:15 maybe. I'm in a lot of pain. Specifically, my neck is really bad this morning. In one hand, I feel like it happens kind of randomly. In the other hand, it's like, I know I've been doing a lot, probably too much the past couple days. Perhaps could have been avoided, but also is like, well, at least I earned this one. At least this flare-up is like due to something that makes sense to me. Anyways, let's see how many dumpling pouches I got prepped for sewing. That actually looks like more than I thought it would be. But I do still have this pile left, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things is not that many. 8 is not that many, and I guess 8.5. Is that good math? Yeah, 13 plus 9 is 22. Okay, we got there. This is why it takes so long, right? Is most of the fabric is directional, so I have to cut the dumpling in 2 pieces. Sometimes I can get it in one swath, but all that saves me is having to stitch across here, and it actually makes the pinning process a little easier, I guess, when they're separated. So I gotta fold these in half, mark the center point on the curve. Then I do the same with the lining. I do the same with the zipper, as I fold it in half, mark the center point. Then I have to notch the whole zipper because we're going around a curve, right? Then I line up those center notches on the zipper and the outer fabric, pin one way on one side, pin the other way on that side. So we get this. Then you have to like very accurately mark where the zipper tape is ending on here. So like these spots where this fabric ends. And then that's why there's a random pin here, so that I can line up the other half of the outer fabric at the same point. Because to make good looking dumpling pouches that aren't super wonky, you have to line those points up or they're gonna look bad. Just speaking from experience, I have made hundreds of these. So then I pin between the center point, which everything is marked, so like that should be the same with the zipper and that. And then over here. Then I will take the lining and match it up. Yes, I could be doing all layers at the same time, but sometimes I gotta go back in and like add a couple notches to a zipper, or maybe I didn't cut deep enough, or like make sure you're not cutting past the halfway point on the zipper tape, or else it'll be visible once everything's sewn together, so like don't do that. But yeah, then I just fit this in, which goes a little bit quicker because I have the zipper tape pinned in place. And then once that's together, we have this little bear trap looking contraption. And now sewing it together is gonna be so much easier getting those curves down. Usually I do initial row of stitching, then I'll make sure all the pins are pulled out, kind of check my work, and then I'll refine it, go over one more time, to reinforce the stitch, but also because usually there's like one part that just got like a little wobbly, and it's easier to hold things in place once there's already a line of stitching versus just the pins. Even though I pin like 7 spots per side, so you'd think that'd be enough, but sometimes you need a little extra oomph. It's just a lot when you're pinning a completely straight, rigid material to a curvy material. You get it. Curves are a bitch. I'm gonna finish pinning the rest of these. I'm not gonna let myself do more than this pile of dumplings. Even if I get these done in like record time, I'm definitely not gonna get these finished today feeling how I feel. And I have to go do groceries. And I don't know if today's gonna be the day I cook chili. I don't know, because this hurts really bad, and stirring a giant pot and chopping a bunch of shit doesn't feel like what I want to do today. But is this gonna feel worse as the week goes on? Probably. Anyways, my box that was supposed to come on Monday didn't come till yesterday, which is fine. I gave myself a plenty big window, so I wasn't stressed. But I got my key rings. I kept saying keychains the other day, but I did mean key rings. My 8-foot tablecloths. I was really frustrated that you had to buy a 2-pack, but I figured it out. Then I got this stand for my shitty little tablet. It can go here. So then I can type stuff and then flip it around. Or I guess I can type stuff and then flip it around so that the customer can enter things, sign and whatnot. And I have it on Do Not Disturb because some of my emails were still coming through. Because one of the things is when I'm using my phone, if someone is texting me, it like interrupts the process. And then also like I don't need random people seeing my text messages. Usually it's just been pictures of my sister's dogs that have come through, which people get delighted about, which is cute. But I don't know, people don't need to know my business. Not when I'm not in control of it. I feel like there was one, oh, right. It was really nice out yesterday. So I got to finish painting my new jewelry display. It's got these little birds on it. I think I found it at Home Goods or something when I was looking for a dish rack. It was gold, and I sprayed it with etching primer, which I think is good for metal stuff, or self-etching primer, I think is what it's called. And then, yeah, went over with some black spray paint. I did a couple coats, and I think we got pretty good coverage. I think it looks pretty good. And I think this will have a little bit more ambiance than the clear display rack I've been using. Not that there's anything against the clear display rack, like the spinning stand I have for the jewelry, that'll have its time and place. But if it's at all windy, or if there's any tilt to the table, it doesn't work the way I want it. So, I don't know, this just seems more my vibe. I was excited about it, so I figured other people would be excited about it. And I'll just hang stuff off of here. We'll see how it goes. It might be terrible and not work out, but I think we'll be okay. And then yeah, I didn't get as much editing done as I had hoped. I was having a really intense doom scrolling kind of day, which is probably not helped by the fact that I wasn't in my office. I was sitting on the couch with the dog, and like that's the place I do like kind of casually paced work, like pinning these bags together. That's a good spot for that. I don't know, one thing at a time. I would like to get more of the editing done. So I haven't even finished editing stuff from Monday, and I just don't want to overwhelm myself on Friday with like needing to edit a whole thing and then also upload it that day, like render the file, upload it that day. The one thing about this camera is it shoots in such nice quality that the files are very big, so it takes longer to process stuff. I actually have to render it at like a lower quality video that it films in, just so it doesn't take 10 years to export and then upload and also like store on my laptop. But first things first, I guess this has been the first thing. I wanted to do this bit right away. First, next task of the day is I have to go grocery shopping. So I'm gonna get dressed. I already took Bert out. You can probably hear him jingling around. His little tongue sticking out. I can't get over it. Poor little guy. I'm gonna get out of my pajamas / running the dog outside first thing outfit and go get some groceries. It's also Easter this weekend, and that's a really big food holiday. At least in the Northeast. It's Catholic City up here, so people go hard for it. It's not something I particularly care about. Easter just means that Cadbury mini eggs are out. For someone who's not like the biggest chocolate gal, Cadbury mini eggs go hard. I was listening to a podcast while I was falling asleep. I often listen to podcasts when I'm falling asleep. And it's called When There's a Will, There's a Wake. And I'm confused about the format of the show, but Georgia Tennant and David Tennant were talking with each other. I think Georgia Tennant was like the temporary host. I think it changes every episode. So it was the two of them talking about it, and David Tennant was going off about Cadbury mini eggs. And I felt seen and heard. He was talking about like wanting Cadbury mini eggs for his last meal. But anyway, on that note, I'm gonna go get some groceries. And I will do a check-in later. I'm gonna grab my heating pad that wraps around because I think that will be helpful. Thankfully it like kind of goes high up my neck. I've already done some stretches. I'll probably continue to do some stretches. And I do get headaches from this, like tension headaches. So I'm like right on the precipice of that. I feel like I should, if I'm gonna take any painkillers today, now's the time to take it. So I usually only take them when it's like been unbearable for like half a day, that I will take some Tylenol or something, because I'm in pain every day. So I can't be doing that to my body. But they're more effective, and their like intention of use is to kind of like nip it in the bud. Which I used to think was nip it in the butt, and I think that's a funnier thing to say. But I digress. I do think I'm going to take some Tylenol because I got a lot of stuff I got to get done today. I can't go on a rant about how I keep myself organized or lack thereof. I'm starting to glitch. Okay, bye. Okay, hi. It's still Wednesday morning. It's almost 9 o'clock. Groceries were painless enough because I had a very small list. And I mostly wanted to pop on here just because the most satisfying thing is I've been using this notebook just to use it up, writing my list every week and then folding the paper over when I'm done so I don't get confused. And this is the last page. I finished a notebook. The reason the shopping list was so small though is because it didn't even occur to me before going to the grocery store to make my list for the chili ingredients I need. So I will not be making chili today, which is fine. I would like to have today, now that I'm done my errand. I think that's all I have to do today. Often half, if not all of my Wednesday gets eaten up running errands and doing like house stuff, but that's not happening right now. And I am pleasantly surprised with almost a full day in here, since tomorrow is going to be a little bit more choppy and I'm not going to be here for chunks of the day. And then Friday, I need to make chili. For real this time. Wednesday has become dumpling day, and that's fine. So I'm going to put on my audiobook because I also have a limited time to finish listening to it. I'm 55% of the way through Fourth Wing, and it is due back at 9:47 tomorrow morning. So I have 24 hours to listen to 10 hours of book. I have it on 1.25 speed, so like a little bit faster, but not anything crazy. So I'm just gonna hunker down with this and get to stitching. Actually, I gotta finish pinning and stuff, but then I'll get to stitching. Let's do this. We did it! It's 3:45 on Wednesday, and I got all the dumpling pouches done. All 22 of them. I'm very excited and proud of myself. They're even all pressed and have my business name inside. I do need to come up with new tags. I'm going to pack these into my storage bin, and then no more sewing. I'm not doing any more sewing this week. That's a deal I made with myself and I'm keeping. But I do still need to do the zines, and I need to work on editing. So I guess I'll see what I'm feeling up to once I get these packed away and take Bert for a little walk. It's like alarmingly windy outside, but it's not going to get warmer the later in the day it gets. So we'll do a little poke around and then, yeah, see if I get up to anything else. I could also just give myself the afternoon to chill, because it's been a long day and I'm excited, like impressed with myself. I got these done without like murdering myself to get through the pile, and I feel good about like doing all of them. Hell yeah. And my neck actually feels a lot better. I've been really diligent about stretching frequently, and then I took ibuprofen early this morning before I even went to the grocery store, and that helped. I don't know if that's still keeping it from hurting, but like I felt the headache creeping in and then ebb away. And I've been using my Cowl heating pad, which truly one of the greatest things I've ever been gifted by anybody. All right, I'll check in tomorrow and let you know if I got up to anything else or if I just chilled with the puppy. See you in the morning. What? Since I got all the bags made, I really need to like take a minute while listening to my audiobook, because I'm almost done and I have to return it, or it's gonna get taken away from me like 2 hours. It's like 7:15 or something. So I was like, oh, I'll do a sketch of my setup to make sure I have enough panel pieces for the layout I want to do. And so I'm unpacking this top bin because I'm not gonna have my spinning rack this time. And I saw my backdrop is in there, which is definitely at least 8 feet. I went through all this stress about these goddamn tablecloths. And the whole time, I have 2 cuts of this, and it's a good neutral, like there's not a bunch of colors going on. It's still spacey, which I'm very down with. I stressed myself out for no, I had this the whole time. I have another one. I can have a backup. So I'm gonna bring this and I'll just return those other tablecloths because I don't plan to regularly use 8-foot tables if I can help it. So that's cool. I'm frustrated this didn't occur to me before, but my brain is like, out of sight, out of mind. It's one of the most annoying parts. All right, I'm gonna keep repacking. I think I have a layout that works. Oh, I guess I can show you since I probably have the file on the computer I'm editing this on, which is not that far off from previous displays I've done. It's just a little wider because I have more room. The bit I haven't figured out yet is if I have enough pieces to make like the bridge across the top center. I don't know if I do, but the only way to find out is to count how many panels I have, which I need to repack anyway, and then go from there. Okay, you get it. I'm gonna go. Okay, hi, Thursday night check-in. It's like 9 o'clock. I got myself some carrot cake as a little treat. I went to someone else's trivia. I was just chugging water the whole time. I've just been letting myself relax since about 6 o'clock because got some stuff done this morning, organizing, repacking, whatever, configuring my layout. I'm feeling really good about how my table is gonna look now that I found that backdrop and figured out my grid setup. So feeling good. I don't have to pack my stands and stuff, and I don't need any of my garment bags or my garment rack. So I don't think my car is gonna be very full, which is also nice. And hopefully that'll mean like not a lot of trips to and from the car. I'm very warm. I've just been putting groceries away because on my way home from the brewery, I stopped because it was like 8:30 and the grocery stores were still open for a bit. So I got all my chili ingredients because I did the math. I actually have to triple it because apparently mine was the first to run out last time I did it, but I didn't know that. So I checked in with them and was like, hey, I'm doing a similar recipe to what I did last time. Was that amount enough or should I triple it instead of just doubling it? And they were like, tripling it will be good. But I'm making a veggie chili. So they gave me an $80 stipend, including the $3 carrot cake slice I bought myself. I didn't even use half of the stipend. Where I got good ingredients, the sauces and stuff I'm using, I'm so excited about it. I'm making a lot of it, but it's still chili. It's still veggie chili. So yeah, that's gonna be my project tomorrow morning. And I got all my previous clips edited, where I feel like there's been so much buildup about this goddamn chili in this video, which has been like the C plot for my week. So I don't leave you hanging. Since this is going out Friday, the event I'm prepping for is not till Saturday. So that's gonna have to wait. Maybe I can do like a mini update next week and let you know how it goes. Let me know if you would like that, or if you want me to just roll it into like the next market vlog, because in 2 more Fridays, I have another market I'm doing called the Vagabonds Fair. Whichever way, I'll be documenting as much as I can, but I don't know what to expect tomorrow. It's not a place I've been before, and it's not people I'm familiar with, so I don't know how much like filming my setup I'm really gonna be able to pull off. And all of us only have an hour, so all of us are coming in at the same time. It's gonna be really frantic. If I can pull it off without having a full-blown meltdown, I will try to make it happen. But otherwise, I'll certainly have like little video clips from my phone and some pictures to share. If you want immediate updates, I will be posting on my Instagram. My business Instagram is here. It's just at Sewing Nerd Studios. I feel like I have a bunch of little stuff to do tomorrow, but that's what I like the day before the event. All the sewing got done. Bulk of the editing is done. I just need to do like the final kind of cleanup, adding music and captions and stuff. And then whatever buffoonery I end up adding tonight and tomorrow morning. Oh, I still have, that's right. While I'm making chili, I have some photos I want to take with this camera of some of my sling bags before I pack all that up. And then I can bring that all out to my car. Anyway, I'm gonna go eat carrot cake and hang out with Bert for a little bit, decompress. Ooh, he just perked up hearing that. Okay, off I go to try to not work for a window of time. Oh, right. I still haven't folded the zines. That's a very important thing we gotta do tomorrow. Have to do it. Have to do it. So that and packing the car. It's gonna be fine. Because the editing got done today, other than these little clips, like, that was gonna be my whole day Friday. That's what I was anticipating. And that's not the case anymore. So rather than make this clip longer, I'm gonna go now. I'll see you in the morning. Bye. Okay, it's Friday. Chili is happening. I'm like halfway through making it. It's really hot, which is the point. I kept joking that I wanted to cause emotional harm with the level of spice, I mean, it's tasty, but it's definitely spicy. Give that about 20. In the meantime, we can go check out the product photo corner, and I can start packing that stuff up once I get the photos that I need, which I texted myself a list of the shots I need to take, and I just need to make sure I didn't accidentally delete that. So over to the other room. All right, I found the note I texted myself saying what shots I still needed to get. The lighting is not great. Normally when I'm doing photos for stuff that has to hang is I take fishing line, hang it off of this little sneaky hook that I have up here. I don't know how to go about this. So, just gonna make it too dark. Actually, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. So this I need a shot of, and then I'm missing the like interior of this bunny bag and my little strawberry mouse. Oh, and I hear Bert jingling. I'm gonna go check on him and the chili, and then I'll be back. Okay, it's significantly later. I went out with Bert. I've just been doing chili things. I think it's done. So I got my interior shots for these bags. I got my side shot for this. Chili is done. I'm gonna pack this stuff. I gotta repack like everything in here. So I actually have my saddlebags. Oh, and these are the new cat ones I made that I didn't get to the cat cafe in time for my last drop off. They're a little mushed up, but I'll have them with me for tomorrow, and then any that don't sell, I will bring to the cat cafe next time I go down there. I did sell some of my stuff. I sold a saddlebag, and I think a couple totes and some mini bags. So I should go and restock, or I should go check in with her, see how everything is doing, and then restock. So there's those. Here's the rest of my totes, these oversized totes. Then there's a certain way to fold the sling bags so that they don't get like really unsightly creases. So those are all situated. These are the 3 I photographed. I have a ton more, but all of these, there's like 9 or 10, won't fit in here nicely. And I don't want to like squish and crease everything. So I'm just going to keep this in this old pillow bag and go from there. And I think that's all of my bags packed. So the only thing I won't have packed right now is all the paper goods, but that's easy enough to just throw in my backpack in the morning. All right, are you ready for this chili reveal? Oh, yay. It looks like red mush, like every other chili. We got it done. I am so all over the place today. Getting stuff done though. I keep forgetting I also need to edit and upload this, and it's a longer video, so I need to give myself more time. Then I can start moving stuff out to the car. Once that's done, I can run a couple errands that I need to get done. I'll start folding zines. I might make a second coloring page to print out with some like little critters on there, because I have a cryptid coloring page, but I don't have like some of my other little guys. So that'd be fun. I need to make a couple more signs. I actually think this might be a good spot to jump off, because I'm not going to be folding the zines till like this afternoon, and this needs its processing time. So I think we're at the end of this. Sorry for leaving you hanging on the whole event thing, but next update I will let you know how it goes. I feel good about it. The other vendors that are going to be there tomorrow, I'm excited to see. Like, I would be attending this event if I wasn't vending at it. So if you're around Southern New Hampshire, it's at the Derry Salem Elks Lodge, Salem, New Hampshire, not Mass. And it's from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's called the Luna Moth Zine Fest. So I'll tag the Instagram handle in the description. And yeah, it's free to attend. Really excited about it. And as always, I wouldn't be able to do any of this without everybody over on Patreon. So thank you for helping me do the dang thing. I literally wouldn't be able to do this without your support, so I appreciate you very much. And I'll see you back here with another video in 2 Fridays. Thank you so much for hanging out. You spiteful little shit. And by this afternoon, I mean at high noon. We duel. You gonna thwart the enemy? Yeah. He's gonna thwart him so good. I tried to ford the river and lost 2 oxen.